Hi guys, I'm going to try something a little different here, see if I can get a little more footage than the 10 minutes they're giving me, because what I've got to say I think is important, and it's going to take me longer than that. What I'm going to say, it pertains to a lot of you, but there's a lot of you out there I know that are doing what you can. So you know who you are, but I want to start this out by saying that I'm a veteran. I chose to become a veteran because I believed in everything all the other soldiers that died fought for over the course of history, for what the Constitution basically. And I did the same thing. And I know there's all kinds of stories out there about this war and that war and what the purpose really was and all of that. And they were in my war also. And they may, what I've come to find out over the last year and a half is a lot of that is true. Just like what's going on now. It isn't about wars, about Saddam Hussein or any of that stuff. But the difference, I went for the right reason. And when I got there, I believed that I was there to help people. And I found out over the years, and I believed it then and I believe it now, that we did help. We made a big difference. And I've had a lot of those people from there tell me that. Okay? So, but I gave everything that I had. Everything that was me for that. And I know that every soldier out there, everyone that's died, those of us that came back, injured, whatever, we all did it for the same reasons. And it was about the Constitution when you break it down to freedom for our kids, our grandkids, for everybody. And the thing that's killing me now is sitting here and watching this government start tearing it apart piece by piece. And a lot of you aren't paying attention. You're not reading, you're not watching. Some of you are watching mainstream media, which is owned by this government. So you're getting exactly what they want you to hear and nothing else. And that's good enough for you. You can go to your next party or your next concert and pretend that everything's okay. But what I see happening, I'm sure there's a lot of veterans out there that feel like I do. I see the erosion of the Constitution, and every time I see a piece of that go, a piece of me kind of dies. And I'm sitting there like, no, don't do that. I fought for that. We fought for that. You can't do that. And then I look around, and there's hardly anybody else that even cares. A lot of us have been in countries that are dictatorships, socialist, whatever you want to call them. They're all garbage. And they're all about taking all your freedoms away. All of them. Not some of them. All of them. And we've seen it. And I know that there isn't one person in this country that's lived in this country that would choose that if they knew that that was really what was going to happen. I know they wouldn't. Most of you would be irate. And you should be right now. You should be irate right now. And you're not. You shouldn't care where the next concert is or where the next party is. You know, there's time for that kind of stuff. But right now, you got people like me telling you it's almost over. This thing with Obama shutting down all the memorials and everything, just little things that some of us know, and up till now you didn't know and probably didn't care. They don't even own those. Most of them they don't even own. And they're shutting them down. And then, had you been paying attention, it came out in the news, one of the guards at one of the memorials said, came straight down from the top, from the White House. We're supposed to make this as miserable as we can for the veterans. But in the same time period, they approved thousands of illegal aliens to demonstrate on those same grounds today. That's happening right now. And if there's any of you out there that can say that you approve of that, I don't want to know who you are. You are not an American. You don't deserve freedom. But if you look around you, you know, when I say open up your eyes, just look around you. Look at the police. The police are dressing like military veterans now. Like they're going to war in Iraq or something. You know why? Because Obama specified that Christians, veterans, conservatives are the Homeland Security terrorists. They're the enemy. If any of you go along with that, I don't know you. You aren't an American. And you need to leave, as far as I'm concerned, because you have no right to walk around free and everything and to support that kind of behavior. Getting back to this thing with Obamacare. A lot of you don't realize it, but Obamacare, if it is put into place like it's supposed to, is the last nail in the coffin for our freedom. It's the last. It enables the government to socially control every individual, and you don't get that. But I'm just going to put it this way to you: this is not a Republican Democrat issue. It's not a black issue. It's not a white issue. It's none of that crap. It's 30,000 pages. Do you understand that? You think that it took 30,000 pages to say, oh, it's free medical for these people, and it's automatic, they have to accept you for preconditions and all of that? That's all crap, man. I argued with somebody here the other day about that, and she's trying to say, well, in Michigan it's sort of the same thing, and it's nothing like you say it is. That's because that's not Obamacare, and it's not 30,000 pages long, and it doesn't have mandatory chipping put into it, and it doesn't have taking all the background of you when you come in for any kind of a treatment, and it doesn't have preconditioning. Yeah, they have to accept you, but you have to qualify. That's the trick. You see, because I already know some people that are in these situations. Guess what? They don't qualify. And I know people on the other side of that are having to pay for their their health care right now. This one lady that we talked to, her premiums have doubled in the last 2 months. Another lady that was called into a show that I was listening to has some insurance through Costco, and they had some sort of a conference call thing yesterday, and Costco told them that their premiums would be going up within the next 3 months, would be going up 2 to 3 times what they are now. So for one of you guys that's sitting out there getting the freebies, I happen to be one of those people, okay, right now. I haven't been able to work, but I'm on what do you call it, Social Security. I don't get full benefits because I'm not old enough yet, but I happen to be on that side, so I don't have a dog in this fight, so to speak, except that I know what this is about, and it has nothing to do with medical care. But for those of you that are, you already get free medical. So why are you supporting this thing when you got people out there saying it's going to double and triple their premiums? It doesn't do anything for you. You still get free medical. It'll be watered down through this program. It's a fact, man. It's a historical fact. Socialized medicine has never been as good as the type of medicine that we've had in the past, where you can pick and choose or whatever. But anyway, it doesn't make any difference to those of you that already get it. You're still going to get it. Either way you get it. But you could help some people out. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm about right now. There's 2 things here. One, in the very beginning of this thing, the people that you're hurting are the people that are working and have premiums and all that. The other thing that you need to understand about that is there's 64% of the people aren't working now. They're on some type of subsistence, medical. 40-something% of the people are working. They can't foot that bill. How long do you think they can foot that for? Before they're put into the same situation where they either, the companies cut back their hours, let them go, or they just go broke. And then they get, whoopee, they get the free medical. Supposedly. But none of that is what any of this is about. I mean, it is in terms of the premiums and everything. Guess what? All that money goes to foreign banks. You don't know that because you haven't studied it. I have. It's not BS. And it doesn't go to, a lot of it doesn't even go to insurance companies. It goes to frickin' banks who are running the world, running this country right now, who made Obamacare, made the laws. If you've been paying attention, you'd know that. But you don't know it, and you run out there, oh, I'm all for Obamacare. You're lying, man. You don't know a thing about Obamacare. The reason why I know that, I don't know it all. But the people that signed that into play, they've even admitted they don't know anything about it. Nancy Pelosi says, we'll sign it and find out what it is later. So don't tell me you know all about Obamacare and it's wonderful and that's bull crap. And I'm telling you right now, I can produce evidence of what it isn't. And then if you read the thing, get into it. I know it's a long one, so you'll have to actually spend some time to read it. But if you do, and then if you do some research on the New World Order, you're going to find out what Obamacare is, in the long run, is all about. And let me